In a democracy, I should be allowed to say that I don't like a vegan sausage roll.
I think that he should have a different level of privilege than everybody else.
Well, actually, I do think they should. I actually do.
Dang.
The vegetarian sausage is nicely flavoured. That's a good look, Piers.
Oh, God.
Today's video is about mainstream media clown Piers Morgan. I remember about 6 years ago when he was playing a liberal on CNN. Now he's playing a right-winger, and of course an anti-vegan too. Well, no, I really think he's an anti-vegan. Only an anti-vegan would act like that. But, yeah, that's acting. I knew before I saw that clip that he was going to hate it before he even tasted it. I knew he was going to hate it. I've never tasted one of those. But, of course, he's going to. Because, you know, there's an audience that's watching, and they expect a certain level of clownery. So recently we found out he's a fascist, which kind of fits in with the other things about him. So let's get into some clips.
This is all about allowing Trump to get away with any crime he wants, as you sort of slighted and
Francesca.
sort of, laid out. He was impeached twice. Doesn't really matter that he tried to blackmail the leader of Ukraine into digging up non-existent dirt on Joe Biden. But that doesn't matter to you
Joe
or
Biden
your
threatened to
followers.
withhold arms.
You want to make
How is that different? The crime part.
You want to make
Francesca,
sure that when Trump is
accusing me
reelected,
of fascism.
he can get away.
All I would point out is that it's not my party that's imprisoning its political opponents.
We do not need a reckless president who believes she is above the law. Lock her up. That's right.
By the way, that is one of Trump's best people, Michael Flynn. He was in the cabinet. Some irony is he is now locked up, and it was for, I think, ignoring multiple subpoenas. He just would not cooperate with the law. That's called lawless.
There's nothing wrong with that. And you know why? You know why we're saying that? We're saying that because if I did a tenth of what she did, I would be in jail today. Who believes she is above the law?
He kept highlighting the word she and saying we don't need a reckless president who thinks they're above the law. What does he think we need? A reckless president who thinks he's above the law? Because that's what he supported.
All I would point out is that it's not my party that's imprisoning its political opponents right now. So if we're going to throw that accusation about.
So this part's ridiculous. The first problem with what he said about, notice he didn't say that the Democratic Party is locking up their opponents. Notice he didn't. Right, they keep it vague like that. It's all rhetoric and manipulation of the listener. But he definitely was suggesting that the Democratic Party has done this. Well, name one person they've locked up.
I was about to say one of the key tenets of...
And when he said that, Piers Morgan jumped in real quick in agreeing with this bullshit. And as you could hear, he was about to jump in with his own bullshit. So let's hear that now.
Tenets of fascism is you imprison your political opponents. Let me come back to...
As we've talked about, a key tenet of fascism is that the leader of the fascistic movement is above the law. They have said for so long they're the party of law and order, that no one should be above the law. If there was some fraud of a trial or no trial and Biden just somehow put Trump into prison and there wasn't compelling evidence brought in front of a jury of Trump's peers where he got all of his due process and then he was found guilty of these crimes, okay, then maybe you would have a case. But that's not what's going on.
There's no evidence for that. And I don't think it matters if the Democrats were behind this case. What does it matter? What matters is if the person's guilty or not.
If we really do live in a country where no one's above the law, where everyone should be subjected to the law, then that's exactly what we're observing here. It's actually proof of us not being the type of lawless
banana republic. That's the word that Megyn Kelly used, and a lot of them are using that. They're all clowns. They don't even care that they're talking shit.
So clearly, Trump has done enough to where they were able to bring charges against him and now have him convicted in a court of law. Like we can sit here and debate whether that's right or wrong, but The only reason we would say it's wrong is because he's a president and we think that he should have a different level of privilege than everybody else.
Well, actually, I do think they should. I actually do.
Dang.
Yeah, because I don't think any president in America, particularly now, could possibly get a fair trial.
I mean, so what do you do? Like, how do you hold people like that accountable? You know, like America clearly
I think you go through impeachment. You go through the impeachment process, and
they've done that twice. They did that twice.
I know, but that's all you're left with.
So at least we can say that Piers Morgan has some good feelings about fascism and presidents being above legal prosecution when their name is Donald Trump. And it's clear he's a supporter of Trump, and he's acknowledging that Trump is a fascist. Of course, he's not going to say these things straight out, but you can deduce this from putting these clips together, which is my specialty here on YouTube. I take these people's own words and I show their true nature, or I debunk them with their own words like I did with Megyn Kelly. And that makes the cases that I make airtight. I've been doing this 11 years and I've never been debunked. That's probably why you've never heard of me. Yeah, it seems like the liars get more attention.
You famously said regarding Hillary Clinton, lock her up. You declined to do that as president.
I beat her. I'm not sure I can answer the question. Hillary Clinton, I didn't say lock her up, but the people would all say lock her up, lock her up. Okay, then we won. I didn't say lock her up.
Lock her up is right. For what she's done, they should lock her up. She has to go to jail. Lock up the Bidens. Lock up Hillary. Hillary Clinton, oh, she's crooked, folks. She's crooked as a $3 bill. You should lock her up, I'll tell you. And her lawyer should go to jail with her. She shouldn't even be allowed to run for the office of president. Hillary Clinton has to go to jail, okay? She has to go to jail.
She'd be in jail.
Never said it. She shouldn't even be allowed to run for the office.
I have called on Hillary Clinton to drop out of the race.
One of the key tenets of fascism is you imprison your political opponents.
Lock her up, lock her up. Damn right. You're exactly right.
Using the justice system to engage in a politically driven prosecution and now conviction of a major political party nominee running for president, especially on the charges brought against Donald Trump, should gravely concern every member of this body as well as every American across our country. Regardless of one's opinion of the current Republican nominee, we'd be well served to remember the long and cherished tradition we have in this country of settling our political differences at the ballot box.
The problem with Twitter, like all social media platforms, is there's no filter. I think it's damaging in the way that it fuels tribalism. I'm actually not part of any tribe.
The problem is, I think you've just lied to me. You've said that you're not part of a tribe.
They're delicious, actually.
Because they've got the same seasoning.
God. Now, here's the more serious point. I don't like vegan sausage rolls. In a democracy, I should be allowed to say strongly that I don't like a vegan sausage roll.
Here is Piers Morgan joining the anti-vegan tribe. I can tell he's joined it because I've been reporting on that tribe for the last 15 years or so.
In the same way that a vegan should be able to say, as they do very loudly, if you want to know who's a vegan, don't worry, they'll soon tell you.
There was Piers Morgan repeating one of the most common and lamest jokes in the anti-vegan tribe.
But I should be allowed to say I hate vegan sausage rolls. It's called democracy. It's called freedom of speech. Get over it, vegans.
See, you tried to cancel the vegan sausage, and look what happened. They end up making billions.
All I have to say about this is Piers Morgan is a clown. He's playing somebody that his viewers like.
You can't hide it from me, baby, 'cause I'm wise to your disguise.
It has more calories than a McDonald's cheeseburger, so you're getting played here. I want to explain to you that vegans eat more almonds and avocado than any people alive, and they lead to the extermination of billions of bees. Vegans don't care about the little guys, do they?
Oh my goodness. You have fired up beautifully.
No, it's the same old thing with anti-vegans. They just don't want to feel bad about their abusive diet.
Even if you think I'm a fool and I just can't tell.